You know, I really love the act of drawing. For me, it's so incredibly relaxing, and it just puts me in another place. And there's something else about drawing that I find fascinating. It's the simplicity of it. It's such a simple process. It's a utensil that you use to make a mark, and it's some paper. And I think it's the most basic art form. I mean, you sit down and you just start making marks, and that's drawing. It's so simple, and yet it can take a lifetime to master. It takes so much work to get good at it. I've been drawing all of my life, and I'm 51 years old now, and I am still working at it, trying to perfect it, trying to get better at it. And it's a little bit like cooking in a way. If you think about pasta, just making pasta, simple pasta. And I think this is a good analogy. If you think about pasta, pasta is such a simple dish, but it's so delicious, you know, and it can be done in so many ways. And it's the same with drawing. It's so simple. It's such a simple process, and yet it can be so complex and beautiful. You know, you can dress pasta up in a certain way, marinara sauce or white sauce or whatever it might be, but it's always, you know, that base is always there. And the same with drawing. You can paint over it. You can do whatever, but that underlying drawing is still there. You know, the tools are simple, you know, in both. You know, you start out with drawing, you've got a pen or a pencil, and you've got paper. You start out with pasta. You got a bowl, you got some flour, you got eggs, and you start making your food. It takes work. You know, you gotta, you know, it might be simple tools, but you get those eggs mixed in with that flour, and you gotta work it, and you gotta work it, and you gotta work it, and work it. And it's the same with drawing. You know, you can get that pencil and that paper, but it's a lifetime of working it and perfecting it and getting better at it. And, and when you're done kneading the flour, you've still got to slice it. You know, you got to cut it up into pieces. You've got to flatten it out. You've got to run it through the pasta maker and work it still over and over and over. And it's such a process, such a huge process to make good pasta. But it is so simple at the same time. And so that's the thing. You sit down and it's just so good. And all you need to do is maybe throw a little olive oil on it, maybe a little salt, some pepper, a little Parmesan, and you've got yourself a nice dish. And for me, drawing is the same way. It's simple. You put down a little maybe white pen, a little dark pen, and you can create magic with those two tools. And on some gray paper, and you've got something that can really sing, but it takes work. It takes time to perfect. It's not something you master right away. And so that's why I think drawing is really similar to making pasta. Plus I love to eat. You can tell by my big belly. It's in the same way that I love to draw, I love to eat. I love to cook. And like I said, you get those simple tools, those simple ingredients, and you can create magic.